business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
When the clock strikes zero after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinnie Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
Chorizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Chorizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at chorizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Welcome in to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Bill Mitchner.
Good evening, good evening. Another great day. Actually, this is my favorite time of year is when it's nice and cool like this.
Hoodie season.
And it also means college football.
Oh, yeah.
We're back. So
do we have a game this weekend?
We have we should have a really positive game this weekend. It should be able to give people even more hope because, Akron, no offense to them, but they didn't do so hot against Wyoming. But,
I've been known to jinx. I'm not saying a word.
And it's a night game.
Should be exciting. Should be a rowdy group of people.
Fireworks going off, maybe.
Well, it's the rematch of the Scott Frost 2018 curse.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
This is the game while we're playing it. 25.
Are we
That was the
saying
game
that
got
name?
canceled.
We're saying that name on the air like that?
Yeah, I mean, the Frost is still here.
The only way we get rid of frost is by warming up the weather. So, no.
But I'm bummed.
Okay.
Anybody laugh? Did anybody laugh? Okay.
Watch yourself. Well, we have some awesome guests here tonight.
We do.
Actually, we have some first timers, and we have old school too. So, Gia, welcome back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on the air. I kind of missed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Awesome.
So I'm excited to talk about the trades and industry program that Lighthouse does. I'm a big fan of it. I signed up for every single one, and I was actually one of the youth that encouraged Jeremy to start a middle school trades and industry program too. Because when I first came to Lighthouse at 8th grade, I was like, "Hey, let me go on one. I want to go on them. They seem so fun, and they are such like great experiences. I love every single one of them, and every time they come up, I'm usually one of the first people to sign my name. So if not the first.
Well, don't short yourself because you're not just going to them. She's leading.
I know. We'll get in the real deal. We'll get in the real deal.
And who else we got here with us, Bill?
I mean, we have Jeremy Trujillo.
There you go.
Was that not bad?
That was not
bad.
bad.
Okay, let's go. Jeremy is our Trades and Industry Pathways Program Director, and I stole him away from another company.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about that too. I think I'm going to apologize a lot this round.
Well, and when Gia says that she encouraged daily
Yeah.
on getting this program started. So,
And
no,
so
it was
it
really
turned from encouragement to influence.
Yep, absolutely.
Like Pete says, got to be a squeaky wheel though. Do what you want, you got to be loud. And then we also got Jeremy Montgomery here, who's the business development coordinator at Smith and Steve. I keep doing that. Stevens and Smith Construction.
You almost said Smith
That's
and
all right.
Wesson.
I do the same
didn't you?
thing. I do the same thing.
It's a Stephen A. Smith thing. I can't.
Oh, I
overthink
actually
it.
thought he was going to say Smith and Wesson. So I was like, boy, we're all over the
That'd
map
be pretty
now.
cool. No. Stevens and Smith Construction, of course, the business development coordinator over there, Jeremy Montgomery.
Yeah, it's cool to be here. You know, I've seen you guys on the air and live and on YouTube, and it's just different sitting here in front of this window watching traffic go by. And so I appreciate the opportunity.
You got a celebrity Harrison sitting right next to you too. You know,
Easy there. Right. I'll get his autograph later.
And we had Brett on a couple weeks ago too, and obviously we have a lot of rich history together, and you and I not so much, but you and Jeremy do. So
yeah,
that's where this big connection continues to come through Stevens and Smith.
And then a little bit, we also have Sandy Vargas who will be joining us here.
Yep.
Just another Lighthouse youth who's gone through the trades industry program and is currently about to graduate from high school.
Yeah,
So,
she former Lighthouse.
former Lighthouse, yes, current.
She grown.
Yeah,
she grown.
She's always around, you know, but in a good way.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Gia again, because you know she is chomping at the bit to be on this air, right? I mean, she missed it so much. So let's start with the women in construction, though, because I think that's one area that is very intriguing. And as we're looking at this program on trying to give pathways for our young people to be successful, one of the lower levels of people that are involved in construction industry are women.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that. So can you share a little bit about your experience with the women in construction that you went to?
In the conference that I went to, it was actually really interesting to see what part women play in the trades. Even if they aren't directly doing the construction and building, they still can play a big part, like making sure that the business sites have schedules and that it's running smoothly, and ordering parts or whatever. Like maybe it's more computer or like schedule based, but it's still a big part of any organization or construction site. We all need schedules to make sure that everything runs smoothly, and it was really interesting to see how many women were actually like either owned a business or were trying to own one. And it was just a really interesting day, and I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot, and I definitely would go on one again. So
yeah, and I want to emphasize that all of those things are true, and we still want to get young ladies involved in swinging those hammers and getting out and driving the construction equipment and stuff like that, because I don't want to have anybody stereotype that they can't do any of this stuff, because they absolutely can. They have the skills and abilities to be able to do it as well.
And we had a lot of kids who signed up for it for a different trade. Like they signed up for the barbering trade, they signed up for the concrete trade, then they end up falling in love with the different trade. Like we have a kid who's now doing electrician work. I think he signed up for barbering at first, and it's like
exactly what
he fell in love with electrician work, and now like that's his job. He's working towards that.
And that's the beauty of it. Like they can try multiple industries. And
we're talking about barbery, talking about beauty now. What the heck is going on now?
Yeah, messing with my hair already. So
if you haven't noticed, you have 2 bald guys in the room right now. So 3 bald guys in the room.
Like, wait a minute, wait.
You're outnumbered.
We share the same barber.
So we can't talk about the hair that much. All right, they get jealous, right?
On the Women in Construction Conference, that stemmed from Gia taking one of the concrete classes, and then Jeremy reached out and was like, "We got to do this." So it was really good.
Yeah, so that was actually put on by the National Women in Construction Omaha chapter. And so there's a Omaha chapter and a group, and all they do is advocate for women in construction. And they have an annual conference every year. And I think this way it is maybe the 2nd or 3rd conference that they had. And so we ended up sponsoring a table. And I said, I want to split this up with, 5 Stevens and Smith reps and 5, youth. And I really thought, it had to have been inspiring to be a young female in that room, wanting to be an electrician, and to see that there's other people just like Gia that had inspired and ended up getting into the trades. And I think there's a stat out there that says there's 10% of our workforce in construction are women.
Yeah.
Now, if you look to the trades of the people actually doing the work, it's down to 3%. And that's ridiculous.
It is. Yeah.
Anymore we have tools, we got equipment. It's not such a labor intensive market anymore, so
right.
And I do think you see a lot more awareness of women having success in the trades,
and hopefully breaking those stereotypes that you're gonna be butch or whatever to be a woman in construction. And I keep wanting to emphasize that women are capable physically just like men are, and don't fall into those stereotypes. Actually, you're not wrong, because their pain tolerance is much higher than men. It's a proven fact. They give birth. There's no way a guy could do that. Let's be honest.
I don't know. Have you ever had gout?
No, I have not. Thank goodness. But apparently that's painful, but probably not as bad. I mean, I guarantee any woman's going to say, he's not wrong.
Right.
So
Gia, what kind of brought you originally to Lighthouse? Because I know the TIP program is kind of new. So the TIP program didn't really bring you to Lighthouse. What got you into Lighthouse? Because then the TIP program also, helps you stay at Lighthouse.
The first person that I knew that went to Lighthouse was my older brother Javier. So shout out to him. He graduated, so he is no longer a current youth.
Oh, now you're the elder, right?
Yes, I'm the elder of the Lighthouse at Lighthouse. And so what first interested me is hearing about all the stuff that he could do, and the amount of jealousy and envy that I had that he could do something that I couldn't, because I hadn't aged into Lighthouse yet. I was so mad, but when I finally got to go, I was like, see, this is my people. This is where I want to be. This is why I was so jealous. And
I remember the Gia that hated weekends.
Oh, yes, bro. Yes. Every weekend was torture. Oh, my days.
And for those that aren't catching on, it's because she couldn't be at Lighthouse.
Yeah. Yes, it was such a big part, and it still is such a big part of my life. And I'm so grateful for it, especially for all the opportunities, and especially for the TIP program, because I do definitely want to be an electrician when I'm older. So last school year, I was in a trade, an industry program for electrician trade, and it was so fascinating to me because I had done both the middle school and the high school of that course, and being able to turn on a light bulb practically by myself was so great. And I definitely want to pursue that, and I love working with my hands, so this just definitely goes hand in hand.
Well, and just a reflection to you is, no matter what you get involved in, you're going to be wonderful at it, because we see you and you're driven and I mean, to be quite honest with you, you're more detail oriented than Jeremy. You were keeping him on track with a schedule.
Absolutely.
Because you were helping with the middle school welding program.
Yes.
And you were our youth leader and were teaching the young people the strokes and how to run the machine, which is a virtual machine. You did everything. I'm just using Jeremy's words, so I don't feel bad. I'm not throwing him under the bus. We are so impressed with you, and we continue to be impressed with you. You are going to go a long way.
And Jeremy, both Jeremys, I guess, what does it mean for to have a kid showing the other kids? Because I mean, as adults, you can tell them all you want, like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. But at some point, I've learned in ASP, when you have one of the other students show another student how to do it, it just clicks a whole lot faster.
Well, and with Gia, you're minimizing a little bit. Like, she did so much. So we trained her one time on how to use this welding VR, and she learned it pretty quick, and then was able to teach the other kids how to do it pretty quickly. And then she kept track of all their hours that they did. She tracked her hours. And then if I missed a day, she let me know about it. So I got that text that was like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, oh, no.
A little leadership in you there, Gia.
And it's okay to have pride within yourself and accept when we're giving you such, what is it called?
Allocating responsibility. I don't know what you're trying to.
Accolades. Thank you.
Okay.
See, I got that. Appreciate you helping me out.
And
accolades.
To your question, so with the other young people at Lighthouse, when someone wasn't sitting at the welding station, she would go and find somebody to do it. And so it was more than encouragement. And she just kept bringing kids in. If they stopped after 10 minutes, she would encourage them to keep doing it for at least 15 minutes and get the full credit for it.
She's got that great strength, though. Let's go.
And it just shows it's something that it's just an example of with Sandy, an example with you, even you might not have wanted to do this, but then you fall in love with it because you did it. Sometimes it's just going to the thing is the hardest thing to do. Once you're there, you're going to enjoy it. That's a lot of the tip stuff. I feel is the kids are like, oh, I guess I'll go on this field trip. We're going to leave Lighthouse. We're going to get catered food. That's fine. But then they get there and then they're like, okay, no, I'm gonna go to the next one and the next one and the next one. Like the electrician course I went to, we learned how to do the conduit. We learned all that stuff. It was really fun.
When I think we started our first program a couple of years ago, only had about 4 students sign up. And then since then, we have over 15 that sign up per program. Yeah. And so capacity is definitely growing on that.
And we had to add the middle school one, that was something that was.
And that's traveling too. That limits us as well at this point, where we have to make for sure that we have 2 staff, 13 kids, be able to go for that. Now you can go on the next one. All of those things are happening now, which is a good thing to have, except we have to accelerate our growth at some point to make sure we're reaching that. Montgomery, you see how I do that because I say Jeremy and then.
Yep, I'm in.
Okay, Montgomery, I want you to give a little bit of a kind of viewpoint of when you first started with us and having the first kids come in, because look, I'm going to be realistic. If I was on your end having kids come in, I'm going to be like, okay, how is this going to go?
Yeah.
But I want your perspective. I want it to start when we just first started and then kind of how it progressed to now.
Well, when I first originally had met Jeremy, I think he was with Habitat at that time.
Yep.
And then throughout the relationship, he said he got a job with the Lighthouse and he had this trades program. And at the time, I didn't know it was a brand new program. I thought he was just taking over something that was already there. And we tried our first 6-week concrete program with probably about 10 kids, give or take 1 or 2 every week. But, and it was a learning experience for me as well, being somebody that's been in this industry for 30 years and then trying to take my knowledge and my passion for what we do and try to transfer it to kids was a little bit of a challenge. I learned that field trips are really cool and hands-on stuff's really cool. There's only a couple classes where we do some speaking just to teach them a little bit more about the intricacies of concrete and more of the technical aspects. But, I've been involved with recruiting and advocating for youth to get into construction careers since probably 2012. Been into a lot of high schools, done a lot of career fairs. And this is just something that was just a little bit different, a little bit taking it to another level of advocating for concrete careers. And even though I knew she wants to be an electrician, She grabbed a mag float one time. We were doing some architecture work, and she started scrubbing on that concrete. And I was like, oh my, we've got ourselves a finisher, you know? And at that time, I really started to notice what Gia was doing with the other kids and her character.
Yeah.
You know, you guys were giving her some accolades earlier, and I want to compound that because that's what I see in her. I know she's going to be successful in whatever she does because she just has that personality. And I'll tell you right now, if somebody that's been hiring people for a number of years, I don't care what you know. It's about who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and if you can show good character and you can show up on time and you can be reliable, dependable, those are people that show success. So, you know, we're getting ready to start our third year of this concrete program. It's a 6-week program. And, you know, I think each time it gets a little bit better, and hopefully, you know, a couple of the kids, even if they're not going to be in, you know, concrete construction, I just want them to know what we do and, you know, how things get built.
Well, Stephen Smith has kind of been doing stuff beyond concrete lately. Haven't you guys been?
Oh, we dabble in quite a few things. We do some specialty product stuff like some coatings and epoxy and some gypcrete. But the only thing we really don't do is concrete repair. Yeah. You know, but other than that, if it's got the word Creed in it, we'll do it.
Because one of the biggest things the kids were always excited about was they saw that clubhouse that you guys built with the ICF clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah. So not only do we do concrete construction, we have a general construction department that every few years we build some apartment complexes, some multifamily. And Brett was in here last night. He's kind of in charge of all that. But you know, I've been trying to convince them to do ICFs for the entire apartment complex. Yeah. It's just energy efficient, safe. And couldn't quite get them.
It's crazy. And
couldn't quite get them to squeeze the trigger on it because it's a little bit more upfront money. And but when we went there, we were doing the clubhouse, so we did the clubhouse and ICS. So they were able to see and touch and feel what a concrete structure actually feels like.
The whole building basically is just all concrete, which is just insane to me. That sounds wild, so cool, right? And so like
that's actually one of the first houses we worked on with you, with Stephen Smith.
Yep. So was a Habitat was an all concrete home.
It was ICF.
So cool.
It is much different than when I worked for you guys.
Oh, I bet.
I mean,
it's changed since the time I've been around.
A long time ago.
Right. Things are different. I mean, materials are different. The equipment is different. It's all different.
I mean, my career is from back then when I worked there is about as old as he is.
Hey, you're young.
It's pretty wild.
Well, Jeremy, I mean, question for you is you're the first ever tip director. That's kind of a cool thing to claim. What was your vision starting out there? You don't have like a thing you can look back on and be like, this is what they did before. You're starting something brand new. Was that a challenge, or what was your vision like for that?
It was a little bit of a challenge, but it was more exciting than anything. So, and with the partnerships and everybody that came through real quickly, like when we were first starting, our first class was a manufacturing class, and we kind of based it off of that and took that 6-week program and moved it to all the other industries that we did.
Yeah.
But now as we're growing and we're getting more and more youth involved and excited about it and getting donors and everybody behind us, there's a lot more we can do. So
one thing that always kind of surprised me just in what we do with ASP is like how many people are actually willing to help when you're not expecting people to be so eager to help. But then when you ask them, like, yeah, of course. Have you found that with the partnerships here in Lincoln? It's just like, you're like, oh, I'm going to reach out to Stephen Smith. I hope they say yes. And they're just like, of course, let's get right to it. It's just,
yeah, the partnerships have been quick and lasting. So it's not just a one-time thing. So they come back and show up every year after year. And that consistency, like with Stevens and Smith, is huge because they know who they're going to see.
Yeah.
And so like Gia's been on the program and she knows what to expect on these things. And so that's been huge. And it's also been the youth is like them wanting to be involved in it. And a lot of this stuff isn't easy.
No.
And so we, like the concrete one, we built the little slabs and they got to stamp it, color it, and everything like that. The best thing I saw out of that was all these kids carrying 50-pound slabs of concrete home to their cars
and back to Lighthouse first.
And back to Lighthouse and then to their cars. And and it wasn't easy, but they were proud of it. And
you know, speaking of kids, you wanted to bring up the kids, so you're going to have to, play this back and know that you brought the kids up. So let's take it back to when we were talking about you coming on, because you were talking about excitement, and that's really that's the only reason that kept him here, was the possibilities of this program. So when I'm giving him the ideas behind that and saying, this is what I want to have happen, and he's like, that sounds great, but where are we sitting with it and getting ready to move? So let's talk just briefly about that quick. So
what part?
I mean, so I offered you a position, you came on, and then what was your concern?
So my biggest concern is, so I was with Habitat for about 11 years, and I got very good at teaching people how to build, how to work, even if they were first timers. So Habitat used a lot of volunteers and I don't want to say unskilled labor, but unskilled labor.
Volunteers.
Volunteers is fine.
And so I was good with adults in that aspect, but working with youth, I've never done that besides my own kids and teaching them. But that's been the most rewarding part, is seeing their excitement doing these things. And yeah, I was definitely nervous coming in.
He literally, Bill, look, I can do the program, but I've never worked with kids.
You're natural, though.
So now, just share real quick the Florida trip.
Oh,
where was your aha moment?
So I was starting to get a lot of anxiety, and I couldn't figure out the reason why. And usually I'm pretty good at figuring out what's going on or what I'm worried about. And kept thinking on it, kept thinking on it. And I was scheduled for a vacation, and we were going down to Florida, and it was leaving the kids for a week. Yep. So built such strong relationships just that short time that I was here. And I was nervous to leave the kids at Lighthouse and me not be there if they needed me or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so that was a huge thing for me, was just knowing that. And that's part of the reason I enjoy this job so much, is seeing them every day and their excitement. And they come in at 3:00 and energy level goes up, and
they look for you. They literally look for you.
Graduate, come back, or excited, squeal. See, so
I mean, before we go to break real quick, I just had to say one thing. Like, I still remember you teaching me how to put the mats up on the backboard or the basketball court. And I remember that moment was like, he's going to be just fine. Like, he's teaching me, and I am stupid when it comes to this kind of stuff. He's going to have just fine hot time with these kids. And that sticks with me so much.
And I got to give 20 seconds to Gia because I want you to reflect upon everything that you heard from each person here about you. Just really quick, 20 seconds.
It was really nice. I almost cried a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But it was really refreshing to hear just how helpful I can be, because sometimes I feel like I'm getting in the way or I'm bossing kids around too much, and it was just really nice to see I wasn't overstepping what I was supposed to do, and I was actually being really helpful. Because I know I'm a leader. I've been a born leader. Sometimes it gets me in trouble because I lead in the wrong direction. But it was really nice to hear like all this stuff that I've led the other youth to do while I was helping Jeremy with his middle school welding program. And it was really fun. It was definitely something that I want to do again. And I would, and especially my little brother Malachi, one day when I didn't tell him that the program was going on, we left Lighthouse, and then we got back home, and he was like, "You didn't tell me it was going on." I'm like, I couldn't find you, dude. But I'm definitely not the only one who really enjoys the tip programs, and Malachi is very excited for when he can go into them. So I'm kind of enjoying this one last year that I can go by myself.
There you go. Well, Gia, we're really proud of you. We love you. We have to throw it to Harrison for break.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are. We have a new guest with us.
The great Sandra Vargas.
That's right.
AKA Sandra.
One of our former Lighthouse youth that is a superstar in this world, too. We absolutely love her. And welcome.
And Sandy's got that unique story with Gia. You know, she went through just about every tip program we went through also, you know, and kind of landed on one, and now you're about to be a professional at it. So when do you graduate hair school then?
I graduate
Soon.
hopefully by the beginning of October.
So less than a month.
And you'll be starting up at Corn Coast Cuts for all you guys out there. Corn Coast Cuts. Go check out Sandy. Go check out Khalifa. Go check out all the guys over there at Corn Coast Cuts.
Man.
It's three C's, man.
Tongue twister today.
Stevens and Smith. Corn Coast Cuts. I got it.
It's Wednesday, though. We can't have tongue twister Tuesday. It's Wednesday.
Okay.
Another triple T's. You know? Well, Sandy, what got you into Lighthouse? What originally brought you into Lighthouse?
Well, I actually got suspended for a whole month and a half from school.
The last month, yeah.
Yeah. The last month of school, I got suspended because I got in a really bad fight. And so I had to go to ASP, the suspension program in Lighthouse.
You chose to go there. I mean, your mom did.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we'll go with that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had to go there every day and do all my schoolwork. And yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about when you first started there, because when you first started there, your opinion was different.
I still remember that tour. I gave you the tour. You and your baby sister. She got to be 3 or 4 years old. And that's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
She was in the carrier,
right?
Yeah.
And you was translating for her, and you was just like, I don't know if I really want to be here. I don't know if I want to do this. And then now look at you. Loves us.
I mean,
there was a few side eyes in there.
Oh my gosh. Yep. But then you warmed up real quick because you got to see how we do things. And I feel like you also got to see how genuine we are when you come in, and then you're like, man, these people really care about me and really care about what I'm doing. They don't really necessarily care about what I did. They want me to learn from it, but they're not judging me on what I did.
You might have been one of the first ASP kids to cook lunch too. You and Jeremy made up them enchiladas on one day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Wait, you still owe me. Oh my gosh,
oh my
you brought
God.
up food. We'll get into that later.
So what was your first impressions then of ASP and ENF tip?
Well, at first I did keep my guard up because I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'll like it. And then obviously I met you first, and you made me feel like I had a family, you know?
You do.
Yeah. And that made me feel so good. And so
and it grew.
Yes.
Your family
it
grew.
Did. Yeah. It did.
Yeah. I think one of the things that people kind of overlook about Lighthouse and overlook about like behaviors and stuff like that. They see the kids are coming to Lighthouse for a suspension, or
Right.
they see them coming for this, so they think it's just going to be like an ISS or OSS. But like, we don't do that. We're not harping on the kids about what they did. I feel like we talk about what you did maybe once or twice, and then we just move on from it. And how do we come back from it?
Right.
And that's exactly what we try to do in the building, is make every kid feel like they have a home, they have a family wherever they go.
Because a better question would be, it's not what staff can you name that you feel care about you. It's what
Everyone.
staff don't you think care about you? Because can you name one?
No.
And I think that's powerful in itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you went from what you define yourself as an ASP student, being there for suspension, to family, to then getting involved in literally everything, every part of Lighthouse programs, the education program, working on your grades,
Graduating early.
Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about you
Youth of the
graduating
year.
early.
Well, I got suspended my sophomore year. The end of my sophomore year, I got suspended, and my grades were horrible, like horrible. My freshman and sophomore year, my grades have always been bad. because, the high school was really hard on me. I was very depressed my first 2 years of high school. And, home life wasn't the best either. So that really didn't help. So, my grades were really, really bad. And then I went to Lighthouse. That helped my grades go up so much. Like, I literally thought I wasn't going to graduate high school. But then I went, yeah, my grades went up so quick. I was ahead of my credits. And so I graduated my junior year.
Started hair school early.
I mean, that's a true success story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that felt somewhat hopeless and in a darker place, not feeling like you had the community to surround yourself with for your success. And now look at you.
Youth of the year too.
Yeah.
We can't overlook that. Like,
watch it. Let's go.
Like, we go from ASP student not wanting to be in Lighthouse to the youth of the year. Like, I have that picture in my office still to this day of me holding up your sign of you winning youth of the year, because they're trying to say, let's introduce the staff, but it's more about you. Like, you got youth of the year, Sandy. And that, to me, I brag about, I'm going to get emotional. I brag about Sandy to anybody who wants to know about ASP. That is my go-to story, is like, she went from not wanting to be in school to graduating early and going into hair school. And I don't even know if hair school was an option for you, or what you were thinking about that when you started, but like, that path was made for you, and now that path is going to lead to helping other people. And that's just exactly what life is supposed to be.
Well, one of the things I've always noticed with the youth at the Lighthouse is they have a sense of belonging. Yeah. And I think it's really hard, and maybe not for all the kids, but for some of those kids, it's a sense of belonging. And it's hard to let people down when you know that people are caring about you. And I think, and I don't know if that's Sandy's story, but, when you can turn yourself around from getting into fights and getting suspended to graduating early, and now look at you, you're about ready to start a career. I mean, that's because people had supported her. And I think the payback to that support was hard work and getting things done.
A lot of people want to feel like they can be lone wolves and stuff, but like, people, I feel like, naturally want a home, a family, people that they can depend on. Like,
it's a human thing. It's a human trait.
Connection.
Yeah.
Relationships.
You have to.
Yeah. And it just shows that when you get that right connection, you never know what it can take you to.
And let's talk a little bit, even after you were done and graduated and starting school, your hair school hit a little hiccup too. Mm-hmm. And where did you turn?
I went back. I went back.
You turned to the people that you felt supported you. And how'd that go?
It went really well, because I had people on my side to support me and my career and what I want my future to be.
Yeah, that understand law, understand how to also talk to somebody that felt maybe like they didn't want to go through it. They just wanted to dismiss things and just get rid of it rather than deal with it. And we're lucky enough to be a part of that. And we're honored to actually be a part of that you reached out then, because it takes a little bit of vulnerability and courage to be able to ask for help.
It's one of the hardest things to do.
From the text to the time we showed up and scheduled a meeting, it was almost instant.
Yeah.
And I want to bring that up because it's not a quick fix. You're going to hit some bumps in the road, and you're going to have to continue to navigate those. And you created some family at Lighthouse, and you will continue to create further down the road family and things that started at Lighthouse and built at Lighthouse.
And speaking of family, now your little brothers are at Lighthouse all day.
Yes.
So we got them. We got the Vargas with us all the time.
That's right.
JP on there being tall and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
And another wonderful young person.
Oh my, yeah.
I mean, he's literally teaching kids how to fish and taking fish off at the lake. And
man,
it was the most wonderful. I love witnessing stuff like that. Yeah. And then him inspiring other people that did not want to take their fish off the hook.
Yes.
And then they find the courage to do them. It was so fun to watch that.
I think he was my rescue, because I was just sitting there worming hooks and going and
he was like he was a natural with it, because he would like teach the kids like, no, I'm going to show you how to do it, and then you're going to do it. Like, he wasn't doing like, okay, I'll do it for you. He was like, nope, this is how you do it, and you put it back on and make them take it off. And this
you help bridge a gap there too, because without you coming to ASP and building that, they may never have found us to be a part of it too.
It's just relationships build. It's a cycle, we keep building. I love it.
So we're gonna, head off here in our last segment. We're gonna say goodbye to Montgomery. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I
coming in.
appreciate you guys.